I just want to do a quick review of the Shanling M0 Pro digital audio player. This little tiny device here, I got it to play lossless music with my Let Shure, mainly with my Let Shure S12 Pro IEMs. I also have a pair of Compur IEMs that I use. These are single-ended, and these have a balanced cable. I experimented enough listening to Apple lossless music through a couple of DAPs that I tried to know that I really could hear the difference between a single-ended architecture and a balanced output. So one of my goals was to get this little player, which operates as a player. It has an SD card, a mini SD card, a micro SD card slot that will take up to a 2 gigabyte card. So you can download music onto this player and play it directly, but it's also a DAP. If you go to System and then scroll down to USB mode, you can set it for storage, which is how you would have it set if you wanted to add songs to your card. Or you can use it as a DAC with another device, or you can use it as a USB audio source. If you do want to use the M0 Pro as a DAC with your iPhone, you'll need one of these little cables, a USB-C to Lightning cable, and it needs to be one that works for the DAC. They don't all. If you look on Amazon, you'll find some that are good for charging but don't actually carry an audio signal. This one is from Shanling itself and cost about $20. You can see that it's the same sort of construction as you'd get in a regular IEM cable, and it does an excellent job. Plug it into your iPhone and listen to Apple lossless music through it. It has a special adapter, a 3.5, a unique 3.5 millimeter adapter, which is a balanced output, and the DAP itself is fully balanced. It has 2 DACs, one for each channel, and 2 amplifiers, one for each channel. So it's a completely balanced architecture. You plug this little adapter here in, and that gives you a 4.4 millimeter balanced output. I think that part of the difference that I hear is just the extra power, because of course with the balanced output it puts out almost twice as much power as it does with the single-ended. And with something like the Let Shure's S12 Pros, that extra power translates to more authority, more thump on the bass notes, and more just seems to have more headroom and more space for the notes to bloom. With a single-ended output, all the notes are there. There's great detail and a wonderful soundstage. But it's like the notes are flat, or like peaks on a two-dimensional graph of a wave. When you listen to the same music through a balanced output, again, that extra power is there, but also the notes seem to float in a three-dimensional space. Each note is like a drop, a pearl, dropped into the space and moving with time, and it just adds a whole dimension. It's the sound that is uniquely wonderful and uniquely clear and uniquely present, and I just came to love it. So I needed a DAP with a balanced output. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. The one thing I should say is that in talking about the difference I hear between a single-ended and a balanced output, I'm actually comparing it with the same headphone. My S12 Pro has multiple terminations on the cable. I can actually switch back and forth between the 3.5 single-ended connection and the 4.4 millimeter balanced output. As a music player, the M0 Pro has a full-fledged music system. Just one single control here, just a single knob, and you press it in and hold it until it comes on. You can view your library. Well, you can look at favorites. I haven't added any as favorites yet, so they don't show up. You can look at albums. You can look at artist, and then under each artist, there's a list of the albums by that artist, or you can open all by that artist. Composer, you can create a playlist. You can see them by genre, and you have a good list of different genres. You see your frequently played, your recently played, and your recently added. So about the same feature set as you would get on a full-sized digital audio player or in any of the music streaming apps that you're familiar with already. And the little touch screen works just fine to move between features. It even has, though it's so tiny, it even has a full-featured 10-band equalizer. Now, in order to fit it in, they have to split the equalizer into 3 screens, but it's there. And you can adjust the sound signature to fit your particular ear and your headphones. When you look at the song you're currently playing, you have the title of the album and the artist, and then album art. And on some albums, you even have track art, if they came with track art. And you have an information screen, which gives you the information on the codecs used and the bit rate and all that kind of interesting information. You have access to your playback controls. You can add a custom screen. And you can control, right here, you can control how your songs are played back, whether they're played back in list format or whether they repeat or whether they shuffle. You can favor a track, which adds it to your favorites. You can adjust the speed of playback. And the third screen here is just the motto of Shanling. Life is short, play more. You can also program the volume button to pause and play. The M0 Pro is also a bidirectional Bluetooth device. It both receives and sends Bluetooth. You open the system, go to Bluetooth, turn Bluetooth on. You can pair it with a set of headphones. It just paired automatically because I've already paired this particular set of headphones, earbuds. Under quality, you have all of the high quality, high resolution, lossless codecs that are currently available. Sony's LDAC codecs in different flavors, aptX, AAC, which is the highest level that this particular set of earbuds will handle, and SBC. Now I can set it to high quality LDAC, but this particular set of headphones or earbuds does not have that particular codecs. And as you see, it's not connecting. There it shows, if you look up here, that it's actually connected with AAC. The only disappointment I have with this little Shanling device is the battery life. And they advertise 14.5 hours of continuous play. And believe me, at least with balanced output, you don't get anything like that. I think maybe 7 hours would be good. I have a trip to India coming up where I'll be on airplanes for 18 hours total, 9 hours on 2 different airplanes. And I really want to be able to use this little player. So what I've done is I've invested in a miniature power bank. This has enough power to power my M0 Pro for all of that time and much more. And it's not very big. I don't know, easily fit in my pocket as I'm getting on and off the plane. So to finish up, just honestly, I highly recommend this. It's just a wonderful little player and gives me the experience of music that I haven't had in years. And it's a lot of fun. So, great product. worth every penny of the $129 price. Oh, and the little balanced output connector is another $14. So you have to add that in. But still, for the price, for the features, I don't think it can be beat. It is certainly a wonderful value.